Welcome to the Deep Dive. We cut through the noise to get you the insights you really need. And today, we're diving into something, well, frankly, it's way more common and honestly, much more devastating than most people realize. Let me start with something that might make you sit up a bit. You are way more likely to lose money to a clever online scam than you are to that old Nigerian prince email gag.
It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? But the numbers, well, they don't lie. They're pretty stark. Back in 2020, the Internet Crime Complaint Center, that's the IC3, they reported losses hitting over $966 million just for folks aged 60 and over.
And it's not getting better. More recently, think 2024, more than 1 in 6 senior citizens actually fell victim to some kind of scam, and nearly half of them lost money. But here's the part that really gets me. Almost 60%, 59 to be exact, of those victims, they didn't even report it, often, because they felt embarrassed or ashamed.
Exactly. And that's a cycle we absolutely have to break, which is why we're doing this deep dive today. It's about stopping that right now.
Yeah, and it's not just about the money, is it? Though that's obviously huge. The emotional hit can be, well, just devastating.
Absolutely. Take Barbara W.'s story. It's quite something. She went through this really elaborate scheme where scammers tricked her into letting them take remote control of her laptop.
How did that even start?
A pop-up message. It looked like a security alert, told her to call tech support. But that number, it went straight to the scammers.
The classic fake tech support.
Precisely. And by calling, she unknowingly gave them deeper access. They fixed her non-existent problem.
Okay.
And then passed her off to someone pretending to be from the FCC, then the Department of Justice. They built this whole fake official narrative.
Wow, layering the deception, making it seem totally legitimate.
Totally. And the final instruction was just staggering. Go to your bank, withdraw $30,000 in cash, and take it to a cryptocurrency machine.
$30,000. That's terrifying. What did she do?
Well, this is where Barbara's instincts really saved her. Her gut screamed louder than the scammer on the phone. So she quietly put her cell phone down, left the line open so they might think she was still complying, but drove straight to her bank, alone.
Smart move. Very smart.
She walked in, calmly told the bank staff she was being targeted for identity theft, and explained the whole bizarre situation.
And the bank.
They immediately locked things down, put security safeguards on her accounts. She then filed a police report, got the scammer's software wiped off her computer, and the scammers, they just vanished when she didn't show up with the cash.
Incredible. She dodged a massive financial bullet, but I imagine the feeling afterwards.
She said she felt scared, violated. And it just underscores how easily this can happen to anyone, even people who think they're pretty tech savvy.
It really does. And that's why we're here. As, guides focusing on online crime, particularly against seniors, we see how skilled these criminals are.
Our mission today for this deep dive is really about empowerment. We want to cut through all the jargon, all the noise, and give you a shortcut. A way to understand one of the most common threats out there. Fake bank emails. Specifically, how you can spot a phishing attack in like 10 seconds.
So you leave here not just knowing more, but feeling truly ready, empowered to protect yourself and maybe the people you care about too.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's lay the groundwork. What is a scam, really, at its absolute core?
Well, fundamentally, a scam is any attempt to defraud someone, a person, a group, but after first gaining their confidence. That's the key part. Scammers are opportunists, predators, really. They exploit situations and they always rely on building trust, which, of course, they manufacture by faking identities or playing on our emotions, fear, hope, kindness. They use it all.
And then phishing fits right into that, doesn't it? It's like one specific tool in the scammer's toolkit.
It is, and it's one of the oldest internet tricks in the book. Think of it literally like phishing, but with a fee. They dangle some kind of attractive bait.
Like what? What kind of bait?
Oh, it could be anything that sparks urgency or interest. A warning about your account, a notice of a prize, an unexpected invoice, something to get you to bite.
And the goal is to lure you to a fake website, right? Or get you to open something.
Exactly. Lure you to a fake site where you enter your details or trick you into clicking a link or opening an attachment that installs malware. It's all about getting your sensitive data under false pretenses.
And it's really important to stress this isn't just spam. The junk mail we all get.
Not at all. Spam is annoying, unwanted marketing usually. Phishing is targeted. It's a deliberate, malicious attempt to steal your specific information, passwords, account numbers, social security numbers for harmful purposes. It's designed to deceive you.
That brings us to a tough question. Why are older adults often singled out?
It's something the research points to, unfortunately. Scammers perceived, rightly or wrongly, that older adults might be more trusting, maybe more polite, less likely to hang up abruptly.
And perhaps they've accumulated savings over a lifetime.
That's often part of the calculation, yes. Accumulated savings make them financially attractive targets. Plus, factors like potential isolation or sometimes age-related physical or cognitive declines can, sadly, increase vulnerability.
But it's crucial we say this loud and clear.
Absolutely, we have to stop the stigma. Being scammed doesn't mean someone is foolish or gullible. Not at all. Victims are innocent people who've been expertly manipulated by sophisticated criminals. It's a crime, plain and simple.
Right. Okay, so let's dig into the mechanics. How do these phishing attacks actually work? We're focusing on fake bank emails, but the methods are broader, aren't they?
They really are. Phishing isn't just email anymore. You can get phishing attempts via text message, that's called smishing,
Okay.
or through social media direct messages, even voicemail messages or direct phone calls, that's vishing, voice phishing.
So, multiple channels, what's the common thread?
The common thread is that these electronic communications are often unauthenticated, meaning it's easy for scammers to fake who they are. They have a lot of freedom to mimic trusted brands, your bank, your credit card company, you name it.
Which leads right into the impersonation piece. They pretend to be someone you trust.
Exactly. Your bank is a huge one. Credit card companies, utility providers, maybe PayPal or another online payment service.
And sometimes even people you know personally.
Yes, that's particularly cruel. The grandparent scam is a classic example. A call or message supposedly from a grandchild claiming they're in trouble and need money wired immediately.
That sounds horrifying. How do they make it believable?
They often use information they find online, maybe from social media profiles, to make the pitch highly targeted and seem really credible. They might know names, locations, recent activities.
And they impersonate government agencies too, right? Like the IRS?
Oh, frequently. The
Yeah.
IRS, the DMV, Social Security, sometimes they use threats like arrest warrants or frozen accounts. Other times, especially around tax season, they might dangle fake refunds.
So, regardless of the disguise, what's the ultimate goal?
It's almost always about getting your sensitive personal information, your passwords, account numbers, Social Security number, bank login details, credit card numbers.
And if they get that?
Then they can potentially drain your accounts, sell your information on the dark web to other criminals, or commit identity theft in your name, which can wreck your finances and credit.
Okay, so they impersonate someone trusted to get this info. How do they actually ask for it? What's the pitch?
It's usually a carefully crafted message. It's designed to make you do one of three things. Click a dangerous link, download a malicious attachment, which could be a virus or spyware, or directly give them your personal details right then and there.
And sometimes they demand payment directly.
Yes, especially in scams that involve threats or fake emergencies. They might demand payment through untraceable methods.
Okay, that makes sense. So, knowing all that, how do we get to that spotting a phishing attack in 10 seconds? Promise. What are the dead giveaways?
It often boils down to recognizing their tactics. One of the biggest is the urgency trap. They need you to act fast before you think.
How does that look in an email?
They'll say things like, "We've noticed suspicious activity on your account. Click here immediately to verify." Or, "There's a problem with your payment information. Update it now to avoid service interruption."
But there isn't really a problem.
Almost certainly not. It's fake urgency. Or they'll say, "You need to confirm personal details." You don't. Legitimate companies won't ask for that via email link.
What about things that seem too good to be true? Or unexpected demands?
Exactly. You might get an email saying you're eligible for a government refund you never applied for. That's a scam. Or a coupon for something amazing for free. Probably fake.
Or the opposite, an invoice for something you didn't buy.
Right. An invoice you don't recognize, often with a link to view details or make payment. Clicking that link could install malware. The common element is pressure to click or provide info now.
Okay, is there one absolute golden rule here? Something that screams scam?
Yes, absolutely. Legitimate companies, your bank, your credit card company, anyone will never email or text you asking you to click a link to update your payment information or provide sensitive details like your password or full account number. Never. Ever.
That seems like a really important one to remember. If you see that, just stop.
Stop. Delete. Or, if you're worried, contact the company through a channel you know is legitimate, like their official website or the phone number on your bank card.
Okay, besides the urgency and those direct requests, what are some subtler signs we can scan for quickly?
Look at the greeting. Is it generic like "Dear valued customer" or "Dear account holder"? Your real bank usually uses your name. That's a potential flag.
What about the language itself?
Huge red flag. Poor grammar and spelling. Seriously. Many of these scams originate overseas, and while they're getting better, you'll often find awkward phrasing, typos, or grammatical errors that a professional company just wouldn't make.
Okay, good tip. What about the links themselves? They might look okay at first glance.
They might. Scammers often use shortened links, like bit.ly links, or links that are deliberately misspelled, maybe changing one letter, hoping you won't notice, like PayPal instead of PayPal.
So how do you check without clicking?
Hover your mouse cursor over the link. Don't click, just hover. A little box should pop up showing the actual web address the link goes to. If it looks weird or doesn't match the company it claims to be from, definitely don't click.
And for official sites?
Make sure government sites actually end in .gov or .mil, and look for HTTPS at the start of the URL. The S means secure and a little padlock icon in your browser's address bar. If it's just HTTP or the padlock is missing or broken, be extremely cautious, especially if you're asked for info.
Got it. Any other quick checks?
Yes, listen for pressure tactics, especially if it escalates to a phone call. Scammers will push you to stay on the line, follow instructions immediately, and crucially, keep everything secret.
Why the secrecy?
Because if you talk to someone else, a friend, family member, your actual bank, they might realize it's a scam. So the scammer invents reasons. This is confidential. Don't tell the bank teller. It'll ruin the investigation. That secrecy is a massive red flag.
And the payment methods they demand.
If anyone demands payment via methods that are hard to trace or reverse, think gift cards like Amazon, Google Play, Apple, wire transfers like Western Union, MoneyGram, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, prepaid debit cards, or even mailing cash, it is almost certainly a scam. Legitimate businesses don't operate that way.
Okay, summing that up. Urgency, generic greetings, bad grammar, suspicious links, pressure, secrecy, and untraceable payments. Those are the big ones to look for.
Absolutely. And the single best defense, always, is verification. If you get a suspicious message, don't trust it. Contact the person or organization directly, using a method you know is real before you click anything or share anything.
Because you can just never be 100% sure who's really on the other end of that email or call until you verify independently.
Precise.
Okay, so we know how to spot them. Now let's talk protection. How can people proactively shield themselves? Think of it like building layers of defense for your digital life.
Great analogy. There are about 4 key layers we recommend. First layer, security software. Get good, reputable antivirus and anti-malware software for your computer. And importantly, set it to update automatically. Those updates patch security holes.
Like a digital vaccine booster.
Exactly. Second layer, keep your phone updated. Set your smartphone's operating system and apps to update automatically, too. Those updates often contain critical security fixes.
Okay, software updates on computer and phone. What's layer 3?
Layer 3 is huge. Multi-factor authentication, or MFA. You really should enable this everywhere you can: bank accounts, email, important online services.
Explain MFA simply. What is it?
Think of it like needing more than just one key to unlock your account. Usually it combines different types of proof. There's something you know, like your password or a PIN. Then there's something you have, like a one-time code sent to your phone via text, or generated by an authenticator app, or maybe a physical security key you plug in.
Right.
And sometimes something you are, like your fingerprint or a face scan. By requiring 2 or more of these, MFA makes it incredibly difficult for scammers to get into your accounts, even if they somehow steal your password.
So turn on MFA wherever possible. Got it. And the fourth layer?
Back up your data. Regularly back up the important files on your computer and your phone. You can use an external hard drive you keep safe or a reputable cloud backup service. If you ever get hit with ransomware, for example, having backups can be a lifesaver.
Okay, those are the big protective layers.
Yeah.
What about just daily habits? Good cybersecurity hygiene.
Yes, building good habits is key. Rule number 1, we've touched on it, but it bears repeating. Don't click links in emails or texts if you didn't initiate the contact or aren't 100% sure it's legitimate.
So if you need to check your bank balance, don't click the link in an email that looks like it's from your bank.
No. Open your web browser and type your bank's web address directly into the address bar yourself. Or use their official app. Go directly to the source.
Always verify that HTTPS and the padlock too, right?
Always, especially on pages asking for logins or financial info. It shows the connection is secure and encrypted.
What about sharing info?
Just don't send sensitive personal information, social security number, bank details, passwords via regular email or text. Those methods just aren't secure enough.
And phone calls. If someone calls you asking for info,
Be very skeptical. If you didn't initiate the call, never give out personal information. If they claim to be from your bank or another company, hang up. Then find the company's official phone number yourself, look on their website or a statement, and call them back to verify if the contact was real.
okay, so be cautious, verify independently, protect your info. Now, what if you do get a message and you suspect it's phishing? What's the immediate thought process?
Ask yourself one simple question first. Do I actually have an account with this company, or do I know this person who supposedly contacted me?
Okay, if the answer is no,
Then it's almost definitely a scam. Don't engage. Look for those red flags we talked about, report the message, we'll tell you how in a moment, and then just delete it. Gone.
and if the answer is yes, I do have an account with them,
Still be suspicious. Do not click any links or call any numbers provided in that message. That's crucial. Instead, contact the company using a method you know is legitimate.
like finding their official website via a search engine or using the number on the back of your card.
Exactly. Call them or log into your account through their official site or app and see if there are any genuine alerts or messages for you there. Assume the email or text message itself is compromised. Clicking links or opening attachments could install malware instantly.
Okay, but what if?
Yeah.
What if someone slips up, they click the link, or they gave out information? What then? Panic.
No, don't panic, but act quickly. If you think a scammer got sensitive information like your social security number, credit card number, bank account details, go straight to identitytheft.gov. It's a U.S. government resource.
Identitytheft.gov.
Okay.
What do they do?
They provide a personalized recovery plan based on exactly what information was compromised. Step-by-step guidance on what to do next, who to contact. It's an excellent resource.
And what if you think you clicked something that downloaded bad software, a virus or something?
Okay, if that happened, first, update your computer's security software immediately to make sure it has the latest definitions. Then, run a full system scan. Let it find and remove anything malicious it detects. It might take a while, but it's essential.
Right. So update, scan, remove.
Correct.
Wow. Okay, this has been incredibly helpful. It really feels like the power to protect yourself come down to these quick checks, these habits.
It really does. You don't need to be a cybersecurity guru.
Yeah.
Just remembering those red flags, the urgency, the weird links, the demands for secrecy or gift cards, and having that core mantra.
When in doubt, don't click and verify independently.
That's the one. That alone can stop so many attacks.
And there's one more crucial step, isn't there?
Yeah.
Something that helps everyone.
Yes, reporting. Reporting these scams is honestly the #1 way we can fight back. It helps authorities track scammers, shut down fake websites, and warn others. Your report really does make a difference.
So how do people report if they get a phishing email?
Forward it to the Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@pwg.org. That's reportphishing@pwg.org.
Okay, and if it's a text message, a smishing attempt.
Forward the text message to the number 7726 that spells SPAM on your keypad. Most major carriers use this system to track spam and phishing texts.
7726. Got it. And for any kind of fraud or phishing attempt.
Report it to the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. Their website is reportfraud.ftc.gov. It's a central place for reporting all types of scams.
Reportfraud.ftc.gov. Are there resources specifically for seniors who might need more support?
Yes, absolutely. There's the National Elder Fraud Hotline. The number is 1-833-FRAUD-11. That's 1-833-372-8311. They offer great support and guidance.
1-833-FRAUD-11. And you mentioned the IC3 earlier for reporting losses.
Yes. IC3.gov is the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. That's where you can report if you've actually lost money or been a victim of a cybercrime.
Okay, lots of good resources there. We should emphasize, again, being targeted by a scam or even falling for one is not something to be ashamed of.
Absolutely not. Think of it this way. We don't blame sheep for being attacked by wolves. These are sophisticated criminals using advanced psychological tactics. Being a victim is not a reflection on your intelligence or judgment. It's simply being the target of a crime.
Your best defense is your own awareness, your vigilance, but also sharing this knowledge.
Exactly. Talk about it. Share what you've learned with friends, family, people in your community groups. The more people recognize the signs, the harder it is for scammers to succeed.
So we'll leave you with this thought to ponder. How can you use what you heard today to help protect someone you care about? Maybe forward this deep dive or just start a conversation.
Let's build that collective defense together. Until next time, stay safe out there and stay informed.
And keep diving deep.